drinking at the Freeker bar. Oh yeah, pass that roach, please, and pour the wine. I'll kiss yours if you kiss mine. Welcome, y'all, to the Freaker's Ball, right here live on RealLibertyMedia.com on this Friday night, November 24th, 2017. Glad to have you here along with us for the ride. Yes, indeed, it's going to be another one. I'd say it's going to be a fun one, but that's pretty much it right there in the name of the show, Freaker's Ball. You can pretty much assume it's going to be another fun one. Anyway, welcome. We are live on RealLibertyMedia.com. Myself and the mighty Moosegurl, who will be here momentarily, or two momentarilies. She's letting her pooch outside for whatever pooches do outside. Anyway, so if you're tuned in on the audio stream out there, in many places that the audio stream goes to, welcome to you all. I know there's certain folks on the audio stream, such as Chloe and Flash and Hurley, Denmark? Okay. And I think Cowboy Tech. It could be somebody else, though, on the audio stream that's up there in Oregon. I don't know. Anyway, wherever y'all are on the audio stream, come on over. Yes, indeed. And jump on into on the video stream here on RealLibertyMedia.com, channel 1 there on the thing, or just go to the Freaker's Ball show page from the show page's link, and you'll see there that there is a chat room, a chat thingy that'll bring you on in here, and you can also watch the video on that very page. And we have with us this evening here in the chat room. Oh, by the way, howdy over there to the corner pocket as well on the Crush and Run, irc.crushandrun.net. But over here in the RLM Chat, we have the barman and Mr. Cowboy Tech and myself and the mighty Moosegurl, Miss Kate and Asmodeus and Beth Z from Kazakhstan, and BTC Bob and Chalcedony and Chloe and one Chloe. And Donald C from down there in Tejas, the Java Doctor. JJ's probably sleeping. Wada Taco, who gave us a nickel. Thanks for the nickel. Paul Bunyan, Rain, and the Fluke Bot, the Tip Bob Bot, and the Rome's Bot. Rome's, are you a bot? And Diane and Dakota and Diva and Flash. Flash, it's kind of late for you to be up, ain't it? Or kind of early, I guess, depending on which side of the clock you're coming from. Anyway, we got Frumpy and Jehovah and Kozu and MM-Bot, who's actually not a bot, and Moe and Nenson Dubois. Pox, are you awake, Pox? Pawn Sauce, a.k.a. Sock Puppet, and Sock Puppet, a.k.a. Pawn Sauce. Pawn Sauce? Pone Sauce. Anyway, Slim, Jim Slim, who, you never know about that guy, and the Phantom. That kind of rounds out the crew here this evening on in the RLM Chat, but I know there's others out there tuned in various places, or that will be tuned in later on the podcast. A lot of people download that podcast or listen to it over on the YouTubes or on the Spreaker. I upload on the Spreakers on the next day, so tomorrow I upload to Spreaker, and then Spreaker uploads to YouTube, and then I also put the blog up, the post-show blog, blogcaster. Well, Hal Anthony, our Sunday man, Mr. Hal Anthony behind the woodshed, he created the word, I do believe, blogcaster, which is his podcast, and all of the links that he talked about during his program, which is kind of what I used to do back in the old days on RLM News Show. Yeah, those are the old days, man. I tell you a thing or two. Anyway, I hope you all had a good Thanksgiving yesterday. Those of you in the U.S. of A, anyhow, where Thanksgiving was a thing yesterday. And had fun. Good food. Maybe family, if that's what you're into. I know that's what Grammy's into. Grammy, our regular Wednesday and Friday evening and broadcaster. She does a great show, Grammy's Rocket Chair. And so she comes on at 7 p.m. Eastern on both of those evenings. but she is off with the family this week, so she was not here this evening, and she will not be here in the morning with Flash Nasty for the Dork Table. There will be no Dork Table tomorrow, is my understanding, unless Flash is going to go solo or pick up another co-host along the way. I don't know, but I think he's taking the day off. And who can blame him, really? It'd be great, though, if Flash would get Cirque to sit in there with him. Flash and the Flash and Cirque show, all Denmark, all the time. Oh, man. So, Cirque is great with the tech. Yeah, she's good. I don't see why not. She knows her way around a computer from what I have seen. So, yeah, it would be great to have those two on there, bouncing back and forth off of each other, and that way you get to hear Cirque's cute little accent. And Flash's kind of American accent? Wait. That's wrong. Americans don't have an accent. Well, some of y'all do. You down southers or you up northers, you guys have accents. But us folks here in the regular part, we have no accent. Of course, people from other places would say we have an American accent. Yeah, Texas, they got a whole different thing going on down there. Yeah. or up there where Hans is from in Boston, they definitely have an accent. New York, where Moosey's from, of course, up there in Minnesota and Wisconsin, they have an accent. Did I miss Anti-Hen? Hey, how the hell did Anti-Hen come in here? Did I skip Anti-Hen? Anyway, howdy Anti-Hen. He's down there from Australia. They got an accent, let me tell you. Sounds like a 90210 to my ears. Cali accent. Well, I don't have the Cali accent. I don't know how I avoided that, living in Cali for almost all of my life, 40 years of it anyway. So, yeah, I don't know. I didn't get that California accent. I didn't get anybody's accent, as far as I know. I could be wrong. I mean, I may not hear it. I may not hear if I have an accent. Like, I'm sure that most people that have an accent, they don't actually realize they got it. Let me tell you the tough ones. And they speak English. I mean, let me put that in air quotes. English. JJ, who is Scottish, I could hardly understand a word he says. And Spawn, who is Irish, let me tell you, I've talked to both of those guys on the Skype here, and it's almost impossible to discern a single word coming out of their mouths. I don't know what it is. I mean, I can understand Cajun far better, and that's a whole different ball of wax right there. And there's Mr. Vincent Easley the second, or Vincent Easley 2, I guess as he prefers to be called. Anyway, Moose is taking a while with the dog, so we're going to go ahead and play some music here, get things kicked off proper on the Freakers Ball. So where are we starting off? Oh, yeah, this is where we're starting. We're starting on the train. Oh, yeah. John Kay and the boys. That's Steppenwolf there doing Muddy Waters. Hoochie Coochie Man. That's off their very first album, the Steppenwolf album. Before that, we had Santana singing, well, not singing, but playing Saidera. I don't know how to pronounce that word. It's Saidera. I have no idea how to pronounce that word or what it means, but that's Carlos there with that. And we kicked it off with Ozzy Osbourne on the Crazy Train for y'all. Yes, indeed. And, yeah, as to who requested those, it was just me, my selections, not really requests of any kind. Just songs I picked for the program here. Okay, here comes the Moosegurl call, if I can get to it. I can never get to her call. I don't know why. Let me just hit the call button here and see what happens. There it is.
Hello?
Okay, there she is. All right. I can, since I got on this, since I installed the Racket 2 on this new computer, I can never get to your call. I don't know. Not on the first ring. Not on the first ring anyway, like I used to. Anyway, howdy.
Howdy.
How you doing?
Hanging in there, best I can.
Well, that's good to know. Always good to be hanging in there. Carlos don't sing. And I don't know who that singing guy was there on that either. Apparently it's off the Corazon album, though. Corazon. See, I have trouble with those words. It's off of the album Corazon. Singing Se Diera, the Spanish version. Yeah, so I have no idea who the singer was or
No, I don't know who that was. They were pretty good, though.
Yeah, no, he was good. He's a good singer, whoever he was.
Yeah.
And like I said, I don't understand a word of it, but it's all good, man. It's Carlos. It's Carlos playing guitar.
Great. So, I was just out to dinner at the bar for a little bit before I got here. And
dinner at the bar. So I'm guessing burgers.
It sounds bad. No, I had popcorn shrimp.
Popcorn shrimp. Okay, that's good bar food.
Yep. And so anyway, one of the bartenders said, why is it Black Friday? Why is it called Black Friday? And I came up with the answer. I know why. I mean, I thought about it this morning, and I'm like, okay, why in the fuck do they call it Black Friday? And I know why, because in the financial world, when you're in the black, you're making money. When you're in the red, that's not good. You're losing money.
Right. And so this is the day. This is the day they all hope to get in the black.
Right. From there, the whole year, throughout the whole year, because this is like the, touted as the biggest shopping day of the year.
Well, it used to be anyway.
It's bullshit. I'm just saying it's bullshit. All right. I'm just putting it out there. Black Friday is bullshit. All right. You're not gonna get any better deals on Black Friday as opposed to tomorrow. All right. You're gonna get just as good of a deal tomorrow.
Well, no, that's true. Wait, it's true and it's not true at the same time, because they do have a lot of the retailers, the brick and mortar type retailers, and the onliners as well, have their doorbuster deals.
The the doorbuster things, right?
Yeah, so they'll sell you a microwave for $12 or something like that.
No, but you know what? If you're getting a microwave for $12, it's a piece of shit microwave that you do not want.
It's a gift. You're giving it to somebody else.
More, you get a better microwave, and it's crap. I'm telling you, this Black Friday shit is for the birds, dude. It's ridiculous. It's a scam to get you into that fucking store.
It's a gift that you're going to give to somebody else. You don't care if it only lasts for 3 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to see that, Beth. Someone just ran the door and say, "Oh, you said this was a doorbuster," but what they do is they put those cement pillars now in front of the doors in every store.
Well, no, I mean you got these. Well, I didn't see any things from today. Of course, I wasn't looking for any. But I didn't see where the throngs were trashing each other to get the
I just pulled up the story
to get the $25 iPad or something.
No, this is the definition of insane. Okay, this headline right here: thousands wait overnight in the freezing cold to snag cut-price TVs, and retailer websites crash under a huge surge in traffic.
That was today?
20 billion weekend. What? 20 billion weekend blowout rages on. So I'll link that. It's a Daily Mail story, but they like the U.S. They think we're freaks, I think, because they're from the U.K. But
the U.K. does that shit too.
Well, I know. Well, the Black Friday thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh really? Oh, okay. I don't
Look
really
at that they do.
But anyway, I heard it.
Are they talking about the U.S. in this article or the U.K.?
Yeah, the U.S.
Okay, yeah. In Hoover, Alabama.
Missouri. No, but I was going to say, I heard a commercial the other day for eBay.
Okay.
And they have price matching. Okay. I don't know if this is just for Black Friday or for.
Now how can eBay do price matching since they don't actually sell anything other than advertising space?
And they have these deals. eBay deals or something it's called. I don't know. I haven't looked into it. I'm just like telling you. I heard it on the radio the other day. So you might want to check it out. I don't know. I'm saying it's going to save you money. I have no idea. I did not check it out myself yet, but supposedly they have price matching. I don't know how they will do it. But,
all right. Well, it's probably some kind of enticement to their sellers then.
Right, or something. I don't know. But you might want to check it out. Yeah, because like I said, I only heard a TV commercial. I didn't hear.
I mean, it's pretty impossible for, like, you know, let's say you were an eBay seller. So you couldn't buy enough stock to match prices at Walmart or something.
No, you couldn't. No. I think it's for eBay itself. You know, like, these are, like, brand name products. Like, it's probably from the retailer or something. You know what I mean? I don't know. I have no idea how it works. Oh, here it is. Here, I'm clicking price match guarantee, learn more. Okay, here we go. I'll link this link to you guys.
All right.
Just found it. Okay, so what qualifies? Only a new items on eBay deals page. Okay, so they have a special page for the products that are qualify for this program, apparently. So yeah, there is something of a catch to it.
Right. I mean, there's got to be, and you'd have to actually look at the sellers.
But no, they're not talking. They're talking about this deals page, Grim.
I know, but so you'd have to look at the sellers page to see.
It's not the personal sellers though. No, because this is like Versace cologne and fucking Canon EOS cameras and luggage and Xboxes.
Well, right, but they still got to work it out with their sellers, though.
Yes.
Whoever their seller, I mean, they could have big name sellers on there.
But here's actually a product I would buy.
I know, for example, like Kitco Gold, they sell on there, and I think Newegg also sells on there, and other people sell on there. So.
No, but this thing on this page, I would buy this. It's a $60 Xbox Live membership for $40. That's pretty good.
How much is it normally?
$60.
Oh, you said that. I was thinking 60 months or something.
No, $60. They got it for $40.
And that's good for how long?
A year.
A year. And what do you get with Xbox Live?
You get the live chat. You get to chat while you're playing with your friends. You're online.
Oh, well, you can do that for free with a lot of places.
Right, but all your friends ain't gonna be on those places. If you're 17, friend, they're gonna be on the Xbox. They're not gonna be on fucking Steam unless they're really geeky.
Well, wait. Are you saying if I use Steam, I'm a geek?
Well, because maybe if Matt and his friends were on Steam, then he would want to be on Steam.
Now, I may be a geek, but it's not because I use Steam.
Ultra geeky.
I use Steam.
Okay, maybe geeky's not the right word. Gamer. Ultra gamer. Because obviously these kids are hooked on their Xboxes. They don't get the online gaming thing. That's not what they do. They do it through the Xbox. That's, if you're the only one on Steam and the rest of your friends are on Xbox, you're not going to want to be
Wait. But I'm pretty sure Steam has a deal for Xbox.
Maybe. But we could never. I got that gaming computer for Matt that I could never get. Seriously, it's sitting right here next to me. We could never get it running right. Remember?
Yeah.
That it's sitting here. It's like an anchor.
Well,
I have to see if I can do something with it.
Yeah, absolutely you can. But and it's been like 3 or 4 years. So what kind of computer was it? Well, don't talk about it now. Anyway, it was a good computer when you bought it. I remember that.
Right. So the mayhem of Black Friday. But what I'm saying is,
yes, Chloe, you're a geek.
No, it's a good thing to be a geek. I'm not a geek. I'm just saying that's not how my son. From a 17-year-old's perspective, all his friends are on Xbox, so he's going to be on Xbox because none of his friends are on Steam. You know what I'm saying? That's just my point. I'm not saying it's like dorky or weird or anything. It's a good idea to be on Steam.
Yeah,
but
they've got.
17, it's different, I guess.
You know, you could use. They have Steam for Linux.
That's cool.
So Geek, Linux, Steam, okay.
Like I can definitely set it up. Definitely.
What's that?
I think Best Buy was the most crazy one. Like, I was reading on my local news. They interviewed these guys that got there, like, last night to camp out.
Yeah.
They actually put a porta potty in the parking lot because someone was, like, on Facebook, commented, because it was posted on Facebook. They're like, how do they go to the bathroom? Then someone responded saying, they put a porta potty there. But still, you know, what kind of deal are you hoping to get? I mean, I guess they have something specific in mind.
Yeah, well, let me ask you this though. Say you go down there and you're sitting in line, and you're just you there, and you got to go to the bathroom. Somebody's taking your spot.
Right. Well, no, they put like chairs there. And so it's like the honor system, Grim. Like someone else's chair is there. You're not gonna like put your chair.
Yeah, you've seen those people beating each other over their heads and stuff.
This is my town, though. My town, that would be very uncool to do that.
Well, it's not really cool anywhere to beat somebody else over their head to get yourself a freaking.
Oh, you're gonna trample somebody to get in the door of a store. That is very uncool. Very uncool. But it's nuts. Like, I seriously, I've done the Black Friday thing probably like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And try to save money or whatever, and it really didn't save me any money. And the stuff that were like the specials or whatever, I didn't need. Because it was junk, and it's just like, it's a scam. I determined that about 5 years ago, and it's real, some people really get into it, and they have it all planned out, and they get up at like 4 a.m. It's just like, no, that's not fucking happening. I'm not doing that.
No, well, a lot of places now they open on Thursday night.
Well, that's yesterday, Thursday, Thanksgiving.
Yeah, they open like at 6.
We're open at 6 o'clock.
Yeah, 6 p.m. They open with their Black Friday deals.
Yep, they were open at 6 last night with the Black Friday show.
But I've been getting inundated all day with crappy emails from Amazon, from Newegg, from B&H Photo, from any place I've ever bought from. Oh, Swanson Vitamins, man, they hit me like 5 times today with Black Friday emails.
Crazy.
Yeah, and then the hosting companies. The hosting company, HostGator, where RLM is, and Bluehost, where Freedom's Network is, both of them hit me with things. Namecheap, actually, the registrar, they also hit with Black Friday deals. Of course, so I got the one from HostGator and said like 80% off, and I was like, cool. God. I was like, cool. I'm going to go and renew for next year, but then you look there and it's only for new accounts. so you can't renew at that price.
Yeah, and I just learned. I did the Black Friday thing. Like, I remember I was at my brother's house for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Only Zach was with me again, and we had to get a really good deal on Beats. So we actually went to the Target.
Beats. For
the one thing, Beats headphones.
Oh, I thought you were like eating beets or something.
No, Beats headphones. They're headphones.
All right.
And because they had a really good deal on them, and it was they even though they say it's a one-day only price, it isn't. But you want to make sure you get the item, because if you get there the next day after, it's going to be all picked. You might not get the color you want. You know what I mean? Or whatever.
Yeah.
But anyway, it was crazy. We fucking went into that Target, and I swear to God, we had our cart filled with the things we were going to get. It wasn't full cart. It was like 5 items. And we were going to wait in line, and the line was literally fucking a block long. Every line. And I'm like, fuck this. We walked out of the fucking store.
Right.
I'm like, this is insane. And you can't even move. Like, you literally could not move inside the store. There were so many fucking people in there. It's like they were beyond capacity for the building. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's craziness. It's insanity. And I'm like, this is not cool. This is not for me. This Black Friday thing is a bunch of bullshit. Fuck this.
Right.
You know?
Absolutely. Spider.
Yeah, so, but the reason why it is Black Friday
I just had a spider drop down right in front of my nose.
Oh, that's a good sign. Don't kill him.
I don't even know where he went, so I'm not gonna.
Good.
But
he's one of them kind ones.
As long as he don't bite me.
That's a good sign, actually. Spiders are not a bad sign. People think it is. They aren't. Anyway, so the Black Friday mayhem continues. So the fucking corporations, you know, if they lost money through the year, they're hoping that all you freaking Black Friday shoppers are going to put them in the black again. That's what they call it, Black Friday. And so it's only to benefit them. And you might think you're getting some kind of a deal, but odds are there's a catch to it. And well, I know what the catch is. Because tomorrow, I can go to Best Buy and I'll get Black Friday prices. I mean, you know.
Right.
And then a friend or someone at the bar tonight said something about Green Monday. Okay, now this is the first I've heard of Green Monday.
Green?
The second Monday in December, which would be December 11th this year.
All right.
It's supposed to be the best retail pricing for the holidays. Besides, after Black Friday, or equal to Black Friday.
And so why is it green?
They call it green. I don't know. They had to come up with some color. Probably green equals money. Green's the color of money or whatever. I don't know.
Okay. And so, this coming Monday is Cyber Monday, which is a joke
Cyber
because
Monday, which is a joke too, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, a lot of these places started their Black Friday crap. You can get Black Friday now, and it was like the 1st of November.
Right.
It's like,
because they want to make money. They're in the red.
Well, they need to change it, though. Maybe call it Black November or something.
Yes, exactly. Black Month. You know, come on.
But wait, we already have February as a Black Month. Oh, that's something different. Yes.
Totally different angle.
Oh, God.
But I saw this today because, and I probably need to read this again. Because, you know, I get pissy sometimes.
No, you know.
Like, plan. You know, and it's just like, come on, people. So anyway, I'm going to read this because I just think that
all right,
I need to hear this as well as other people.
What's this about?
Warning signs from the universe.
Oh, okay.
Warning signs from the universe.
Well, before you get to that, since we're still on the holiday shopping and stuff, I wanted to point out that on Amazon, and I just figured this out today. I don't know why. I should have known this all along, but like if you have a wish list on Amazon, you can share it with anybody you want. And they can buy you stuff. Because a lot of times I'll be looking through, you know, I'll be looking for something on Amazon. I'll see something else.
Right.
Ooh, that's kind of neat. I'd like to have that.
Yeah.
So I'll put stuff. They have a thing called a wish list there. Anyway, here's mine. If anybody wants to buy me anything.
Sweet. Yeah, hey, you know, might as well, right? I'm going to do that.
That's right.
Because I know what you mean, though. You scroll and you see something, you're like, oh, that would be cool. But then you forget about it. But at least if you marked it somehow, then you'll see it again, you know?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's in there. And I'll often go back and Amazon's terrible and evil, and I love them.
Yeah, they are. Well, who isn't? Who isn't terrible and evil when it's a corporation? Come on, name one corporation that isn't terrible and evil. I dare ya. Have at it. Anyway,
well, as was just pointed out in the chat here just shortly ago by, I do believe, Slim Jim Flim. Hooray for Steam for supporting Linux.
Yes, I like that idea.
So, they're not evil. Well, they may be evil, but at least they support Linux.
Right. You gotta take, you gotta weigh in the fucking pros and cons.
Right, right.
You gotta okay, this, that, Anyway, okay, so, warning signs from the universe. Many people believe that things just happen to them, but as we connect more closely to our intuition, we are shown that everything that happens to us is of our own creation. We may not be fully aware of what we are creating moment to moment, but fortunately the universe provides us many signs to let us know when we are on the right path, and more importantly, when we are on the wrong path. In general, warning signs from the universe occur in the form of unwanted circumstances and events. These signs are an indication that your energy is headed towards or currently stuck in a low vibrational frequency. Your thoughts, feelings, and actions are focused negatively, and this is creating unwanted circumstances. Conversely, when your thoughts, feelings, and actions are moving at a high vibrational frequency, life will line up perfectly. You will have excellent timing and good luck all day long. This is why it is so important to raise your vibration by consciously choosing positive thoughts. Although we have the ability to resonate at a high vibrational frequency, it is challenging for us to stay elevated all of the time. This is because our souls are stuck here on Earth in a physical dimension that is much denser and slower than the higher ethereal dimensions. The simple makeup of our planet and bodies is composed of much lower vibrational energy than that of our souls. As a result, we will likely bump up against unwanted circumstances from time to time, but that's okay. As long as we heed these warning signs, without allowing our egos to fixate on them, we can get back on track quickly. As you move through your day, it's good to it's a good idea to take note of the warning signs from the universe. Here are a few examples of signs to be mindful of. And these are just a few examples. These are 4 instances, right? Okay, number 1, stubbing your toe. Number 2, getting stuck in traffic. Number 3, receiving dirty looks or snide remarks from others. Number 4, getting injured. Number 5, unexpected expenses or bills in the mail. Number 6, uneasy gut feelings. Number 7, arguments with your loved ones. Number 8, getting sick. Number 9, headaches. Number 10, losing or breaking your possessions. And number 11, unpleasant odors, sounds, or tastes. Each of these signs is an indication that you need to center yourself and adjust your frequency. When you encounter one of these warning signs, please stop. Do not keep working on that task or having a conversation or obsessing over that thought that you're just having, because it is not taking you where you want to be. Instead, take a deep breath, step away from the situation, or even take a minute to meditate if you are able to. If you catch these warning signs quickly and respond immediately, the simple act of centering yourself will stop the negative momentum. As a final note, please try not to obsess over a warning sign. Talking about it, thinking about it, and replaying it in your mind is a surefire way to lower your vibrational frequency. Take it for what it is, a simple stop sign, and move on from it. Please take care of your vibration. Only give attention to the thoughts, feelings, and actions that resonate with your soul's natural frequency. So there you go.
There you go. And I think you meant, ethereal rather than ethereal.
Yes.
I didn't want to interrupt you.
You would remember that, no?
Well, I didn't want to.
Yes.
I didn't want to interrupt you.
It's ethereal. You're correct. It's ethereal, and I have to find the words so I can spell it for you all.
All right.
Ethereal, ethereal. I've heard it pronounced ethereal, though.
Yeah, but I think that's wrong. Anyway.
Okay, so it's ethereal.
Yeah, ETH. It's F, not Earth.
Ethereal.
Anyway, anyway, toss me the link, please.
Oh, I'm sorry. Here you go.
Dodie, hey Dodie,
I agree with this stuff because I believe in the universe giving me messages, and this happened. Some of these things happen to me, and when they do, I'm like, okay, something. And you do. It's like the article said. You just stop. You're like, okay, and then you just kind of consciously like, what could it be? And you just think, whatever, you just think is, oh my god, okay. You have to just like pay attention. I guess the key is just paying attention.
The key. It's the key.
It is. It is the key. It is one of the keys.
And
paying attention to your surroundings, to everything, to just, learning. I mean, just being observant. Really, everyone's head should actually be on a swivel.
Right.
Because you should be taking it all in and learning and constantly adapting and growing, and that's what it's about to me. I mean,
sure,
that's what keeps me like going. I'm just like, okay, I'm constantly there's always something more to know.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So that's what keeps me like
absolutely
going. In many ways, and you gotta always thank the universe. That's one thing that I wish they would have said in that article is, don't forget to thank the universe once in a while, because, you got it better than a lot of other motherfuckers out there. Even if you think you don't,
motherfuckers.
You do. So, be grateful. That's one thing that I've learned. It's very important.
Yeah.
You can't take shit for granted. That's just my
don't be giving yourself credit for everything you're doing, because you had little to do with it.
Exactly. That's my point. Like, don't take things for granted. The universe has your fucking back, dude. You know what I mean?
Sure. I mean, it's all in the programming.
They might not have your back. I mean, you just can't. If you go, oh well, I can do this, I can do that because I'm this. No, then you get in trouble. Yeah. That's when you get really in trouble. That's when you need to come back to Earth, like be grounded. Like, okay,
Right.
That's what I do. That's what works for me. Everyone's different, so.
I agree. All right, let's hit some tunes here.
All right then.
And we're gonna. Where are we at here? Where are we starting now? Oh yeah. We're starting by stopping.
Hey, Graham, quick.
What?
What?
Yeah.
Did you do anything regarding Malcolm Young yet?
Not yet, but I do have some stuff in there.
Did you mention it yet?
I have not mentioned it yet.
Okay.
When we
All
get
right.
there,
I'm just wondering.
We get there, we're going to play this set. Vincent is going to call.
All right.
And then we'll do some stuff.
Okay, sounds good.
We got time.
All right, cool.
All right. This is BRMC, or Black Rebel Motorcycle Club to the unindoctrinated. What? The unknowing. This is off their new album. It's called Stop. Oh yeah, Chaos Royale. That's Sister Sin from back in the day when Sister Sin was still the band. Sister Sin. Anyway, with Chaos Royale. Before that was The Doors and Touch Me from Monroe's retro release there. Anyway, we kicked it off with the Black Rebel Motorcycle Club and Stop, again, off of their new album, the BRMC. Yes. Great stuff. I love that music.
I know you do.
I know. I don't hide it very well.
You don't need to.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. I had a song.
Yeah, I mean, is Vinny going to call?
Yeah, Vinny's going to call. He said he was anyway.
I don't want to get started on something and then have him call.
Yeah, so he said he was going to, so I believe he will.
Okay, well, my son's hockey team won their game tonight.
Sweet.
He did not play, but they kicked some ass, which is good.
Good, that's good. Yeah, well,
yep. I mean, he's pretty much the backup goalie, so, hopefully they give him a shot. I mean,
well,
that's the best I can hope for, I mean, he's having a good time being on varsity, so that's good. You know.
That's it. Yeah, he's like you said. He's got a he's a Letterman now, right?
Yeah, well, he will be. Yep.
Yeah, not a David Letterman, but.
No, he'll get a letter playing on varsity for this season. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which he deserves it. He's worked hard to get to this point.
Sure.
So, you know, it's awesome.
It is awesome.
Yeah, I'm happy for him.
Yeah, quite glad for him. He's a good kid, you know.
He is. He's a good kid.
He's got a good mom.
That's the main thing, is having good, you know, quote unquote good kids. I mean, you know, they haven't given me a lot of problems, you know, until tonight. Just kidding.
Yeah.
I don't want to go there, but anyway, they won their game 6-1 tonight.
Awesome.
Yep. So it's exciting. It's varsity hockey. It's really, you know, they have a lot of talented players in their team this year, and
sure.
It's a really fun. It's fun to watch the games. You know,
yeah.
Fast paced. It's pretty cool.
That is great.
So yeah, Vinny, are you calling in, dude?
Yeah, he's on the audio stream, so he's delayed.
Oh, because I'm trying to just make small talk.
He's got a message from him that says, "Let me know. Give me 1 minute to kill player." Okay. Let me just type in here. Right. Anytime, Vinny.
Good.
All right, there you go. So,
okay. I will mute because I can't hear him unless
Just wait for him to call, and then you can mute. Hold on, someone's here.
That's good timing.
Hey, you know, people's telephones. You gotta hate them.
I know. It's just like, you know, that happens.
Oh, God.
So anyway, the weather has been really mild here. It was like 51 here today.
Okay, well,
sweet.
It was 70 here today.
In November, it's like, yeah.
Yeah, it was like I said, it got to 70. It was 70 here today.
Wow, that's good. That's awesome, Grim.
Yeah.
Did you go out and get a little vitamin D?
No.
Really? You didn't venture out there, like, at all?
Like a human?
Yeah. You know, vitamin D. You know, we all need it. You're a human, whether you like it or not.
Yeah, well, that's
percentage, but you definitely have a percentage of human in you.
Well,
so
that's the I'm in a human carcass.
Right. Well, I know, but the carcass needs vitamin D. Is what I'm trying to say.
Before it actually becomes a carcass. Yeah. No, but anyway, since he's busy doing stuff, let's talk about it. This last week, we had a very significant death, and no, I am not talking about Charles Manson.
No, we're not talking about him.
Although he did die this last week, and we did just play Jim Morrison there. Who there was some weird connection between those two. Don't ask me what exactly, but and also with the Beach Boys. There was some definitely more weird connection with the Beach Boys than with Jim Morrison, but they were all in that. Yeah, but that's not the thing. But since we're on the music scene and the deaths, Mr. Malcolm Young passed away at the tender age of 64.
Yep.
And he'd been hurting for a long time. He was in the
he was suffering dementia.
Yeah, he had dementia, and did I mark to keep an article on that? Let me take a look here.
What's cold? I want to know what cold is to Flash, because he don't know Wisconsin cold. It can't be colder. It's 38 here.
Yeah.
How cold is it there?
Here right now?
I guarantee it's not colder than there's a cha-cha.
Here it's 39.
Or a witch's tit, even.
Anyway, what was that article?
I'll look it up.
There was an article about, and you can look this up, it's Alzheimer's killed 500,000 people in the U.S. last year.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
And I had no idea you could die from Alzheimer's, but apparently it gets to a point where
35. That's above freezing. Don't be a wuss. Come on, buddy. That is not colder than a hooker cha-cha or a witch's tit. Witch's tit is like below 0. I mean, come on, dude. Suck it up, buddy. 35 is not bad.
Yeah, after the next set's fine, Vinny. Don't worry about it. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, we're good.
Yeah. Okay, so okay, here it is. It's on Mercola. That's where I saw it.
Can I say one thing?
Yeah, sure. Say whatever you want.
David Cassidy.
Oh, yeah, David Cassidy. Oh, God.
I watched Partridge Family when I was a kid. You know.
Oh, you
I
know.
had a crush on him. I actually had a crush on his brother more, Sean Cassidy.
Oh, you were younger. You were younger. See, when I was a kid, back in way back in the day, my sister was, she's like 4 or 5 years older than me.
Yeah.
She had David Cassidy posters all over her room.
Oh, I'm sure.
Okay, well,
I had Sean Cassidy.
but listen. She had David Cassidy on one side and who's that crooner? Andy Williams.
No fucking way! He was old.
He was old.
Oh my God! Really? That's crazy. I did not expect that.
Those were her 2 teen idols. Although,
I did not expect Andy Williams. No, I thought maybe Kelly Osmond or.
Oh, my sister's really cool, but she had some eclectic tastes.
Apparently. I mean, Andy Williams has a good fucking voice.
And you probably don't realize this, but Andy Williams sponsored a golf tournament in San Diego.
Oh my God!
At the Torrey Pines Golf Club.
Yeah.
Okay, and she dragged me down there a few times. Well, at least once.
Oh my
God! To watch the golf tournament, just so she might catch a glimpse of Andy Williams.
I think he was a drunk and he was a gay.
No way, Andy Williams wasn't gay.
Oh, okay, I don't know. I can't remember, but he just.
He did that stupid TV show. What was that show when he had the bear?
I can't remember.
The Andy Williams show.
You guys are older than me.
Yeah. Anyway, here we go. Alzheimer's deaths exceed 500,000 a year in the United States. I'll just give you the story at a glance part here. Between 1999 and 2014, the death rate from Alzheimer's increased by 55%, killing more than 93,500 Americans in 2014. Research published in 2014 found Alzheimer's deaths were severely underreported on death certificates. Researchers estimate the annual death rate from Alzheimer's actually exceeds 500,000. Many lifestyles and environmental factors contribute to the rise of Alzheimer's, including inappropriate diet, inactivity, insulin resistance, prion infection, lack of sun exposure, overexposure to toxic chemicals, and non-native and electromagnetic fields. So here's the thing, and you can read down through the article, but I had no idea that Alzheimer's could actually kill you. But apparently you can forget how to breathe.
It killed my grandmother.
You can forget how to freaking breathe.
Yeah, it's bad, dude.
I was like, well, wait a minute. Is that not an autonomic function?
It is a brain disease. There's no doubt. And it supposedly killed my grandmother, although I don't know. I just question the meds they put her on and everything. You know, I question the meds they use for Alzheimer's treatment. And I'm so skeptical with this whole thing that it's kind of like the Alzheimer thing is kind of like breast cancer to me. Like, it's on the same level. I think they really promote the vaccines. And then when you're old and elderly, you're like to the doctor's will. Like, you're like at their mercy. Right. And I think they have no qualms of putting elderly people on
Okay, maybe it wasn't. Maybe it wasn't breathing. You don't forget how to breathe. You forget how to swallow. You forget how to walk. But forgetting how to swallow—that sounds like a problem.
Yeah. Then you have to be fed through a stomach tube.
For some reason, I thought breathing, but apparently that's not in there.
I question the whole medical establishment because I question all big pharma medications, quote unquote. I use that term, quote, medications, and I believe that it's a big fucking scam, and I believe they're engaged in population control. And one of the ways they do this is they disease a person purposely so they can do as much testing as they can possibly test on you.
Right.
And it costs your family a whole fucking ton of money, and you die anyway. And you die a horrible death in a lot of cases. In a lot of the cases, it's a horrible, painful fucking death.
Right.
Because they do experiments on you. You don't have no control over it. If you're an elderly person and you're in a nursing home, doctor puts a pill in your hand, you're gonna fucking swallow it.
Yeah. Anyway, so Malcolm had dementia for several years now, and he passed away. I guess as a result or complications from that.
He was in a home for 3 years.
Yeah. Well, it just seems like I don't know. They have done. They could give him acid.
I think it could have been something, but it also could be hereditary. Or
it could have been, whatever. And he did his share of partying in the day.
Oh yeah.
So and that can certainly lead to things.
Okay, Flash, I know you think it's cold, and I get that because that damp cold can be like, that damp humid cold can like go through your fucking bones, and I get that. That damp cold can feel just as cold. But seriously, you don't know fucking cold until you've been out in 30 below temperature with a 40 below wind chill. Okay? That's all I'm saying, is let's do some comparisons here. I've actually lived through 30 below temperature, the 40 below wind chill for 5 days. All right?
Yeah,
so, to me, 35 is a goddamn fucking heat wave. Because anything's better than fucking anything below zero. Once it gets below zero, it's fucking brutal.
Right, right.
And you question your reasons for even living in such a fucking climate. You start to question that if it lingers for so long, because you're like, really? This is fucking bullshit, this fucking cold.
Absolutely.
That's how cold it fucking gets here.
Yeah, and it does get really.
I didn't call you a name. I did not call you any name. At all.
No, I don't think he was talking to you. I don't think he.
I'm sorry.
Moose. I don't think he was talking to you.
No, I think he was. No, he was talking to me.
No, because anyway, whatever.
I'm sorry. Okay, but to me, 35 is a fucking heat wave. It's livable. You get to 30 below. 30 below is not livable. No one should live in that fucking 30 below shit for a long period of time. It's insane. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, buddy. I'm sorry for saying that.
Yeah.
You're not, so I'm sorry.
Exactly.
Hopefully you'll forgive me.
Hopefully, with any luck.
Okay. Sorry about that, Flash. But I just trying to put things in perspective. Like, 30 below is brutal fucking cold. You go outside, you just step 1 foot outside, you take 1 breath of air, and your nostril hairs freeze. Like, literally. Like, you're like, okay, really?
Yeah.
You're like, no. You're like, no. If you go out with a wet head and 30 below, your hair will literally freeze and break off.
Absolutely.
I mean, this is brutal. This is brutal cold. It's not even somewhat tolerable cold. No, it's like, off the charts cold.
Right.
And you have to worry about your car starting. And what if you're in between here and there and your car stalls out or you get a flat tire? It could be a life and death situation.
Sure.
I mean, seriously, you could get stranded in the middle of fucking nowhere and you're screwed.
Absolutely.
Like, okay, it's 30 below, I'm fucked. what I mean? You're just like, really? These are like life and death scenarios. I mean,
now you're digging into the archives there, Anti-Hen.
You gotta make sure you got blankets and chocolates. Okay, Flash. Thank you for clarifying. But I'm saying I've learned these things. Like in Minnesota, it's really weird because like it's been really warm this weekend. Like yesterday's Turkey Day or whatever, it was like 45 degrees. That was like a heat wave in November on Turkey Day. I mean, there's been plenty of Thanksgivings where we had fucking snow.
Oh yeah, here too. Right? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's
so,
like...
it's been very... I mean, it's been really mild here. So... Anyway,
right.
Malcolm.
Malcolm Young.
Greatly missed. Going to be greatly missed.
Him and his brother Angus started the band.
Yep.
I believe they were 20 and 18 years old. They were from Australia. And they started the band, and they got the name from a box of something. Like they were sitting around trying to come up with a band name, and one of their friends or whatever looked at a box that was sitting a battery or something and said, "How about AC/DC?" They're like, yeah,
power, energy,
AC/DC?
Right, energy,
yeah,
power.
Like cool. Yeah. That's how they came up with the band name, AC/DC.
Exactly. And now, bearing all that in mind, let's hear some.
Let's do. Oh yeah. Play some motherfucking AC/DC.
Goddamn right. Let's kick it out.
You know it, brother. Bring it.
And by the way, howdy, Hans. Enjoy AC/DC. TNT there, yeah. That was back in 2009, but you can see right there that Malcolm was doing just fine. Before that, we had Big Balls. Well, we still got Big Balls, but that's the song we played. And we kicked it off there with Hell's Bells. Calling to me.
You know it, rock on AC/DC.
Fucking right, man.
The best bands of all fucking time, in my opinion.
Oh, goddamn right. Yeah, I loved it. I saw them. I saw them once. I saw them with Bon Scott, the Highway to Hell tour down there in San Diego.
My boy is trying to say I don't like AC/DC. Like, I knew AC/DC before he even existed. Like,
right.
You can't even say that I don't like them. Oh. No, I don't like them. I love them. The story, though, a friend of mine, my best friend and another friend of mine went to their concert one time. They had, like, 4 row seats, right?
Yeah.
Really good fucking beat. In Minneapolis, you know.
Yeah.
Met Center. Met Stadium. The old Met Stadium. And so, Angus Young threw his fucking pick out, right?
Yeah.
And it landed right by them, at their feet. And so my friend, Heidi, she put her foot right on it. And all these people were looking for it, right? She didn't move her foot. She stood in that freaking thing for like an hour.
Wow.
And then she finally, like, picked it up, but it was Angus Young's pick.
Yeah, there's a show I went to. It was at the San Diego Sports Arena. Not the stadium, but the sports arena. Inside, you know. Anyway, so it was at one point during the concert, and I do believe it was during the song TNT, Bon Scott threw Angus up on his shoulders, and he runs up the aisle right between us. You know, he's like
nice.
right up the aisle, up the stairs, you know, to the top of the stadium, and he went around and back down the other side, and that was fucking awesome. So
yeah, sweet, yeah.
Yeah, that was a great show. Especially I was, you know, I don't know what I was, like 18, 19 years old, 17, somewhere in there.
That had to be mind blowing.
Oh, it's fucking great, man. AC freaking DC, man. That was just awesome.
I never saw them live, and I just regret. That's one of the bands I regret the most, not seeing them live ever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's the big one for me.
Sure.
Like, they're freaking awesome.
That show and seeing John Lee Hooker, man, that was.
We had a dance routine to Back in Black. We were
Yeah.
going out like when we were 19. They'd play like a rock set of songs or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, DJs. So it was the actual song. We had a dance routine to Back in Black.
Sweet.
Yeah, I remember that. That was like 86, 87, something like that. Oh my god.
Cool.
Crazy.
Cool.
Yeah, and then Matt's like, oh, you don't like AC/DC. He's like, no, I don't like them. I love them, and I knew them before they even existed.
Long, long time before you boys existed.
Yeah. Come on, baby. I graduated in 80.
Yeah.
So anyway, the David Cassidy thing, I mean, like I said, I liked his brother more because David was like a little bit out of my age range.
Yeah.
But Sean had some good fun, and he was good back in the day, man.
David Cassidy would have been like, 18 to 20 when you were like 3.
Yes. So his younger brother was the one that they tried to. He had a couple hit records, but he didn't go as far or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had a poster of Sean Cassidy.
I just bet that was your teenage.
Yeah. I also had a poster of Charlie Angels, though, so I was kind of like conflicted.
Well, between boys and
I
girls.
love Charlie's Angels.
You were conflicted between boys and girls.
No, not in that way. Like I wanted to be one of Charlie's Angels. Like I wanted to be one of them. I wanted to be not Farrah. I knew I couldn't be Farrah. I wanted to be like the smart one, Kate. That's what I wanted to be.
All you hear is Moosegurl. Well, Slim Jim, Flim, the only reason that you hear Moosegurl and Grimnir is because this is the Freakers Ball, and it's our show.
Exactly.
Anyway, but you're gonna hear Vin E right here because I'm gonna.
We're waiting. Like he was.
Well, I'm gonna call him right now. I'm gonna get him on the line. I'm gonna call him right now and get him on the line.
All right. Okay.
So,
we're just making small talk till Vinny calls in. Like, he was going to call in like an hour ago.
Yeah, but he got delayed by who knows.
He got delayed by company. It's like, hello, this is a live fucking show, dude. You can't fucking,
I would say he was delayed by his dealer, but then again, he doesn't need a dealer. He's in Vegas.
No kidding, right?
So it's legal. So now where the hell is he? Oh, there he is. Okay, so this is Vincent Easley, Vin E, freaking Vinny. You can call him pretty much anything, I think, and he'll answer to it. He's a roving reporter for Real Liberty Media, and he's living in Las Vegas at this point in time, covering, well, he covers all kinds of stuff, but at this point in time, pretty much the Bundy Ranch trials that are going on. He also did cover the Las Vegas shootings. Let me put air quotes, shootings there during that. So now, without further ado, Vinny.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay. I think I...
You think what now? What happened? You muted or something.
Whoops. Hit the wrong button. Okay, how am I coming in there?
Yeah, no, you sound great, man. I'm going to actually bring you down a little bit, but cool, keep talking.
All righty. So I was going to start out with an introduction of who I actually am, because some people don't know. And Slim Jim Flim in there come in just in time, called me a redneck, and I'd like to correct that. I think it'd be more apt to call me maybe a redneck hillbilly, southern fried slice of country with a western swing.
Swing?
So yes, swing. I've been to 46 states, flew over a little piece of Canada out of Detroit, and been down to Mexico several times. One year I touched water in all four corners of the United States, from the Atlantic, the Pacific, and the Gulf, and up in on Lake Erie. Well traveled. Well, I've been traveling since January this year already, almost a year. I'm laughing at Lucy now. So what brought me to radio was about in 2011. I met James Freeland, JJ, from Against the Wall, on the Greyhound bus headed west. And great friend, and it was really by meeting him, it really changed the whole direction of my life. You know, I'd been looking at a different viewpoint of history since I started really a study probably in my 20s and got serious. So I like to say I got an 8th grade education. I went through 9th and quit.
so you're like Jethro Bodine, right?
Yeah, thank goodness I've got only 5 toes. It makes it easier on each foot, makes it easier to count. You know, some people have 6 there. So so quit in 10th grade. I did get my GED and did that in the penitentiary and was made salutatorian, took trade classes and some college, and pretty much though an autodidact.
What before people make their judgments there? What were you in the penitentiary for?
When I was 15, I was with a big old group of teenagers and a couple of adults in his aggravated robbery down in Texas, to which I got certified as an adult, went to trial at 16, got 10 years, Texas Department of Corrections, suspended with a $10,000 fine. Well, I was not a responsible adult as a teenager, and so I got back in jail a couple of times for not paying a fine on my fine there. And so the second time, the judge said I was going to stay in Dallas County, in which I did. Thanks to his help, he got me in a halfway house. Well, long story short, got in a fight, got kicked out, and I already knew what the judge said. So I decided to forestall my visit to the penitentiary and went on the run for a little more than 4 years, and turned myself in after that, and it started out with doing about over 4 years of the probation I started with, and then went on the run for about as long, and so turned myself in there and got out early for going to the law library and figuring out how to get extra time applied. So about a year and a half, and then about 3.5 years on parole. And by that time, it was half my life had been taken up. So from 15 to just about 30. But during that time, I was educating myself, went to school, like I said, was in prison. But even before then, I really started out looking at religion and then into politics. And about the time Rush Limbaugh come along, really was really strong to the right. And as time went on and discovering Link and Free Speech TV, I kind of had a little more understanding or leaning toward the left. And over time, kill him, Grimnir, you got him. So over time, I kind of went and just, I call it an exploration, a voyage of discovery. And I've spent the last few years since, doing radio since 2013, and taking that as an opportunity to explore and look at all things. I started out in 2010 on the internet with Facebook, and from there I took that voyage because I always wanted to travel the world. And
let me ask you a question.
Okay.
What matters worldwide?
That's my theme.
Yeah, I know. So I got to ask you the question. Since that's your thing, what's the answer?
Well, everybody probably has a little different answer.
It's your deal, so it's your answer that we're interested in.
Well, it goes into that kind of like which would be a good segue into multi-use, and we'll come into that in the Bundy Ranch in a little bit. But I do want to finish introducing, because people that don't know me, I want them to have pretty much the whole story.
But the thing is, you said because you were starting to get into the radio thing, and this has been your deal since the very beginning, right?
Right. Yeah. And so I asked myself, looking for a name, and I said, "What matters? What matters? What should I call this broadcast? Everything." And at that time, like I said, I was doing an exploration through the Ethernet of the world and meeting people, and actually, through Skype. In this time and space that we live in, we have a chance to talk face to face, literally and there's that word, but face to face around the world in real time. And we've had the opportunity to get to know each other, and some people have taken the time to look at things other than what drives them, their motivations, their beliefs and ideas, so that what matters really is a combination. It is the circumference of all that is what's right, and there's only one little point that's actually right, and everything else from there is a deviation. So when we can come and cross paths and see where we have a commonality, then we can we work towards something that's right and good, and that's what matters, is what's right and good. So it's applied in different ways from different peoples, from a smile passing on the street to a stranger. You might have just saved their life, or people that take care of the animals at the shelters, people that feed homeless. There's just a list that could go on and on and on, and it is all part of what matters. Excuse me. So 2010, I started that Ethernet journey around the world. And by 2011, that's when I met James. I came out here to Vegas. I met back with my first love from back when I was a teenager, and got to see her again. And so I decided that, this weekend wasn't enough, and I wanted to spend a little more time. And she lives up in St. George, so I gathered up some camping equipment and went up into the Arizona Strip. That's north of Mesquite, out of Nevada, around Littlefield over there. The Virgin River comes through there, and then just north of that is Utah and St. George. So I camped down there and started out and moved my camp a little bit. And James Freeland, he'd give me a ride and drop me off in the middle of the desert. Now, my second place I moved to turns out to be, I didn't find out until years later, and that was where Lavoy Finicum run his cattle. And later I'll grab a picture and show you my camp there. And for a hoot, I've got a satellite dish in front. Hey, Moosey. That was dumped off in the desert. So I've had a lot of questions. Wow, you even have satellite out there. But as I'm not rambling, I'm telling the story, Mr. Slim Jim Flam. So anyways, Lavoy Finicum, and if you don't know who he was, he was killed by the Oregon State Police as the Oregon occupation of the Malheur Refuge took place. And that was the beginning and the end of that. Now here in Vegas, I am at the Bundy Ranch trial. I've been reporting on that. I was inside the courtroom until the jury was finally seated, and I was on the number, 303 out of 1,145 exclusionary list, potential list of witnesses. So back to Lavoy Finicum. When I met him in Bunkerville in 2014, he come up, because I met a lot of people. And I stayed out there for quite a while and went back and forth a few times back to Vegas to put stuff up on the internet and so forth, but did live broadcasts from there and met the Bundys. Now, coincidentally, I did live down in Moapa and went to school in 8th grade in Moapa Valley over in Overton, so it's kind of a neighboring community. And then later on, I worked up Mesquite when I was about 19, talking about that first love that I got to see again. So that was a great experience. I set out to journey and for satisfaction and fulfillment. And radio is what has brought that. I feel like no matter how minor the effect that I have, I do know that I am in at least a positive motion, a positive groove, the positive vibration. And that I think that's what we all are. Matter, every bit of matter is vibration. So there is a frequency, and of course we could talk about that, all the bad frequencies that encounter us. But so that's all another part of what matters. My ranges of topics have been extensive for study, and I don't come on air to educate or teach, but to share my journey of learning and connecting voices. I've done a lot of networking and put a lot of people together on radio, and that's kind of where I think I find my strength is in networking with people and being go-between, which sometimes is not helpful at all. But for instance, some controversy because I talk to everybody, and there's a contention of some folks against the Bundy folks for some reason, and I trying to figure it out. There's a big hatred that can be found from the left side of the spectrum for whatever reason, environmental reason. They think he's prejudiced or whatever the case may be. So it interests me because I like to understand society and people. Go ahead. Did you want to say something, Grim?
I didn't say anything, but just listening to your story there, I think your theme song ought to be something from the Allman Brothers.
Really?
You know the song, Ramblin' Man?
Yeah, Ramblin'. Or from Merle Haggard.
What's that? I've Been Everywhere, Man? Oh, that's Johnny
Ramblin'
Cash. What's that?
Or from Waylon. He can sing a Ramblin' Man, too. So I guess, yeah, there's the Mini Vinnies. And I poke fun at myself.
Well, that's a whole different thing. You have so many different names for yourself.
Yeah. But let's go on to the Bundy Ranch. And
Vincent does have a good heart. Zori?
Thank you, Donnie. Donnie and I, we did radio over at UCY. We met and went out to the Bundy Ranch as well. And she did an investigation for herself. And I just seen Dodie in California before coming to visit. And we floated the Sacramento River. Had a great time. Great friend and another person that there's a big group.
Let me just ask you, out of personal interest, how's the flow in the Sacramento this year?
Well, I don't know about right now, but it was pretty nice, and we actually had a warm day and not too hot and kind of cloudy the day we went. And then after that, it was like getting close to 120 at some point in time. 118, 16.
You weren't hitting any white water though.
We hit rapids, yeah, but not real bad. We had to paddle hard to keep from hitting some pokey logs and stuff like that a time or two. But mostly it was pretty chill.
Good.
Floating, blowing smoke clouds.
Fun.
Yeah. Making our own clouds.
No doubt.
So yeah, there's another story. I could run off a list of the stuff that I've spent a lot of time looking at, and geoengineering, of course, and is one of them. And Dodie is very familiar. Cancer, I hosted J. Cynthia Brooks' show for her and produced for her. I Cure Cancer. A lot of shows that I've stood in for over at UCY and produced for Chris J. over there, Voice of Rebellion. Mm-hmm. But anyways, let's go to the Bundy Ranch. So I was out there in 2014. Another one of my years I was traveling and started down in before there I was down in Quartzsite, Arizona, and spent a few weeks out there camping in the desert. Really just kind of tuning into the earth, and always liked it going through there. And I went up to up north of Laughlin there on the lake there and camped a while, and went on to Vegas. And I was here in Vegas at that time, and I was seeing everything about what was going up in Bunkerville. And I saw the great significance in it. I saw what it is right now and what we're looking at, and this is a precedent and really a landmark case, and its determination is going to affect all of us, whether you understand where hamburgers come from or not. No, honestly, and property. And the ability to say no to the government. If you say no, you hold on here, and when you look and factor in how the hundreds of people that came into the thousands, that's saying a lot, and it was peaceful. There, not everybody there was peaceful. I'll say that. I run into some, at least one or two, anyways, knuckleheads, and then some that were serious. One guy, the Wild Bill, he ended up getting set up by the feds to blow up a little outbuilding, a BLM building or something out in the desert in Utah. He was trying to run around there roughshod over folks, and I told him, piss off. He'd come up on me like that. Told him he'd go get Clive and Bundy or Buddha.
Most protests are generally peaceful right up until the moment that the government agents show up.
Yeah, and that's the narrative. I'm glad you said that, and then we'll bring it straight on in. There was a great build-up there some weeks prior to the 12th when the what they call the standoff occurred, and Clive and Bundy was, he was looking back at Ruby Ridge and what happened to all those people over in Waco, and was truly in fear of his life. And I don't know the exact hows. Pete Santilli, I guess, put a lot of stuff out that people really caught on, and so not only came from all across the country, but all across the whole world, many countries, and some people came to stand in the gap, others to be witness. And as I was saying, I saw the significance, and when the FBI was running around trying to set people up, I laughed because I knew exactly who they were when they come up asking me questions and what are you armed with? And I said, with my phone, my voice, and my feet. And I did. I come to stand in the gap and stand as witness. And as it turns out, some privy information that I have brings me to the witness list again at number 303. And very important, I think, and I'm told as well. But most importantly, that witness I came to make, I'm still making, and that's why I'm here in Vegas, and that's why I feel it's so important. These guys, the Bundys, and many other men, some are in prison, or some are going to be going to prison. They've taken charges up there in Oregon in the second trial. Jason Patrick, a great man for one. Tom Lockavar Stewart, he got out. I guess he did a year or something over weapons charges, and he's over at Republican Broadcasting Network. So we can find him, Dirty Uncle Sam, and resurrect the Republic, and he'll be coming back to air real soon. And so I'll look forward to talking to him. Like I said, I met a lot of great people. I spent a lot of time talking to Ammon Bundy, and Ryan. Not near as much, and a little with Clive and Bundy. I saw when Ryan finally he got released. If y'all don't know, he's representing himself as Jour d'Or, and I meant to look that up so I could give a definition, but didn't. But it's a little bit like he's not accepting their jurisdiction and challenging that, and but he's still having to make a fight for his life in there. Now the jury, it's looking like no, not quite like that. JOIRDIOR, I think it is. Lucy. So fighting for the life there. It is. They're looking at 80 or 100 years of convicted on these 4 main charges that carry 20 each, and conspiracy to impede federal officers and to basically. Assaulting them. Now, it's such a we know our listeners here at Real Liberty Media, we know of 1984 and up is down and war is peace. And when the aggressor brings charges against the peaceful, lawful person that has some resistance, and not only just in that small number, but again into the hundreds, then added into the thousands, 2,000-3,000. I'd say I've seen higher numbers, but there were several hundred on April the 12th. And again, I met some bad people there, and I've met some good people. It's been a real an honor, really, to sit in the courtroom and to see some of the big mainstream media folks, and you know they have an agenda, whether they realize it or not. And I'll come to the. I did a response. Now, National Public Radio did a hit against me and you here, Grimnir, calling us identifying themselves as media. And that comes from a recent article, again, from the National Public Radio's interview with Tay Wiles, and she's at the High Country News reporter, one of the many folks of in mainstream. That's a left-leaning environmental magazine, and as I told her, because I sent her a link for this, but I appreciate what she's doing and her skills. And matter of fact, I can only marvel at the skills of those, people that are writing every day. It's just amazing how easy they make it look, from Sherry Duvall, Gary Hunt. This WordPress over here that I dropped some links for earlier, I've got a series of stuff I put together. Some of it's my own writing, and what I master in, the copy and paste, and the paraphrase plagiarist has struck there a few times, and I try to indicate that when I do so, copy and paste. So that's called the media's widening information divide in the Bundy Ranch trial. So we see an agenda, and I talked about there's a very big anti-Bundy movement. So it's very important that the government wins this case. Good. But I think they're having a harder time than what they think. And they've changed strategy. See, these first two trials in Vegas, this is the third one already here. Then they had two up in Oregon as well. So the Bundys and Ryan Parker. So we got Clive and the father, Ryan and Ammon. Then Dave and I'm sorry, my mind blanked. The other brother, they're in the next tier. Davey and Dave Bundy and Mel Bundy. I'm sorry, Mel. And then a few other guys. And we've had other people coming in and taking plea deals, and they have to say when they do, yes, I'm a conspirator. I was conspired to attack the government. So their attack, and again, through the playlist I've got there with Real Liberty Media on the YouTube channel, about 20-something videos. Somebody said my name over here. Oh, Slim Jim. No, Trump he ain't nothing but a chump anyways. He ain't going to pardon him. And he sent his guy, what was it, Sessions or whoever it was there, and he's like, hands off. Excuse me. There's... It is a fight. Now, people ask me what's my political stance, and Tom Carver, he's formerly BBC foreign correspondent. So I've met him a few times there, and we talked extensively, and he wants to talk more. He's writing a book now on American attitudes toward this government. So he asked me, what am I? I said, well, I'd like to say anarchist, but most people won't understand, either those that think they know what an anarchist is, even if they claim to be one themselves, are usually wrong, is what I think. And I will say that anarchy means not being ruled over, and that means a lawful existence. And law is to do no harm, and that's about the whole of the law. If you do no damage, no harm to another or their property, that's when you get into law. Now, we find it convoluted in the legal system, and that is the occupier. that who is occupying us. Hal talks about it in length, in describing this occupation. You can read many books, the Lieber Code, and Lincoln basically left us under martial law. And then you can go on through the 13th Amendment, the original 13th Amendment, and on. So many here at Real Liberty Media identify as anarchist or anarcho-capitalist at least. And rightfully so, because we feel the oppression, so we resist and we say this isn't right. Kelly Stewart was talking about people identifying as sovereign citizens, which is an oxymoron anyways, but
you could just use the term voluntarist. That works. Most people are okay with that, and they can kind of understand it, that you only go into agreements with folks in a voluntary manner. And folks could be anybody. That's your relatives, your neighbors, your friends, or the state, which, of course, the state doesn't buy into that because they don't do anything that's want to be considered voluntary. They want to be able to force everything upon you.
Yeah, that's right. And, I demonstrated in a video across the corner, right on down north on Las Vegas Boulevard, is one of those little marriage shops there. And so I pointed that. I says, there's a place that you can make contract between yourself and another and the government. However you want to identify marriage, it's a contract with same-sex marriage or whatever. If people want to get married and they're that stupid, then okay, go ahead. There's a difference in what's claimed by, and I'll put the air quotes up, the church. As far as definition, that's a covenant between man and woman and God. So as far as I'm concerned, no Christian denomination has any right to say anything about whether same-sex marriage happens or not. Like I said, that's a contract. So there's a place for contracts in society, and there's certainly a place for law. And what is law? It is peace. That comes from peace from settlement. So unfortunately, we have members of the occupation that do not realize that, and most of them, I would say, are about in coming from the right place and thinking that they're doing a duty, but it's been subjugated to the point where it is just a continual occupation. Homeland Security came by, and if you know me, I'll talk to anybody. Never met a stranger, so I want to have the encounter to be positive. So I don't go into attack, but I did get a good one. Built up a little rapport with this Homeland Security, and I said, "Do you want to know why I'm here?" I said, "Because the result of this trial right here is going to mean one day whether first thing you do, instead of being nice and coming over here by himself, matter of fact, a couple of them have come at different times by themselves, not in any kind of force, that it's really toned down there. So I said props for that. And I said, but I told him, I said, well, why this is so important is one day it's going to come to this. And this right here is a very determining factor, the outcome of this trial, that when instead of you coming up and talking to me like you just did, your first response would be with a stick or with lead from a barrel of a gun. And he said, oh, no. I said, okay, maybe you wouldn't. He said, oh, no, nobody, my department wouldn't do that. Homeland Security wouldn't do that. I said, well, maybe not right now today, but this is what it's leading up to. Maybe in 10 years, see, we've been slowly cooked here over generations through social manipulation and propaganda and programming. And that's how we come to where we are. That's why people don't understand that the First Amendment and the Second Amendment is nothing given by the Constitution, not given by government. It's you go back and listen to some history from Clive and Bundy, and he talks about that the right to life and liberty to your property, and the right to express yourself and live freely. It has no origin in mankind's recollection. We've always had that. So the Constitution is not a contract between the government and man. It's a binding contract against government and what it can do. And it's
supposed to be a limitation upon the powers of the government. The government's allowed to exercise, but of course they don't follow any of that. But let me ask you a question. What are you doing tomorrow?
Tomorrow is Saturday.
Yeah.
I'll be doing something up until afternoon, and then afternoon will be available time.
All right. Well, because we're kind of going long here, and for this show, already like over a half hour or so. If you're around tomorrow, and you want to do something, we can come on here, or just do it like an ad hoc show.
That'd be great to
go into depth.
Tomorrow.
Go in depth and at length and talk about whatever kind of things along those lines.
Awesome. Yeah, I appreciate it. I'd like to, and well, I guess we can talk and determine a time a little later on, afternoon or evening. I guess sometime after. Well, it'd be towards evening. I guess would be the better time.
Yeah. Well, whenever you're when you're free tomorrow. Just message me there in the chat and
Good. So I'll wrap up. I covered which I wanted to do. Was an introduction of who I am, and so there's no mistaking that I have some mind of greatness in what I'm doing. I say if you can't do great things, do small things in a great way, and that's all I'm doing. I'm adding my little piece to this little mark in history, in the overall scheme of time, it's just a little speck of dust, and that's all we are overall. When we really consider what matters, what we do, what matters, and that's what Lavoy Finnegan said to me when I met him in Bunkerville. He says, "Who are you, and who are you with?" I said, "What matters worldwide," to shorten it up, and he said, and I asked him, "What matters to you?" And he said to me, "Matters how you stand." Thank you, Slim Jim. I didn't know it was a rant. I thought I was. Well, of course, I always do run circles around sometimes. And Chuck O'Celli, last time we did radio, he felt like he had a hard time keeping the lasso on me, but that's just me running free.
Yeah. Yeah, I know it's good information there to be passed around. So, all right, man. Well, appreciate it, getting all that information out there, and
thank you, Grimnir.
And conversation.
So we got videos at Real Liberty Media on YouTube. Check it out, and I'll drop the link over here where I'm at online, and you can find all the information on where to find me and where I got videos at. For the most part, you won't find them all in that link. But anyways, thank you, Grimnir. Thank you, Moosey, for allowing me your time, and thanks for you all for listening. And we'll see you back over in chat. Good night, Mr. Graham.
Peace, brother.
Peace.
All right, freaking Vinny. Very, very interesting stuff. Good to hear his background and know more about who he is, where he's from, and what he's up to, and how he got to be freaking Vinny. He wasn't always freaking Vinny. All right, we're gonna play some music right here, right now, to kind of roll back into the freak mode. So we're gonna start off right here with the Black Rebel Motorcycle Club.
There's gonna be a Freaker's Ball.
Yep, click the wrong camera. Yeah. Anyway, we're gonna start right now. Sorry about that. Excuse me. We're gonna start right now with the Black Rebel Motorcycle Club song called "King of Bones." This came out on November 20th, which was 4 days ago. Yes, another. Devon Allman and Samantha Fish singing Tom Petty's Stop Dragging My Heart Around. I think it's an excellent version. Moosegurl, being a Tom Petty expert, says she likes Tom Petty better, which fine, it's good, it's his song. But they did a great version, a great duet there on that. Anyway, before that, we had Beth Hart singing Delicious Surprise. And I think the guy playing the guitar there was Jorge's Lang, Jorge's Lang. I don't know how you say it. Some French name. Anyway, we kicked it off with the Black Rebel Motorcycle Club at BRMC doing King of Bones off of their brand new one. And love it. I love it all. What say you there, Mighty Moose?
I'm here. No, I mean, okay, so I'm a huge Tom Petty fan.
Right.
The song sucks for me. Like, the audio wasn't good on that one song. No biggie. I mean, it was a good version. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I love covers of Tom Petty songs all the time.
Oh, sure.
I didn't mean to be too picky there, but
well, no, the audio quality on that video is excellent.
It's just coming through my system. Sometimes when we're broadcasting, I'm listening to it like I listen to the player. You know, I think it's kind of like polluted because we're online, we're broadcasting, so I don't get the true.
Yeah, anyway, here's a link to the song for you, so you can.
Yeah, cool, nice.
You can listen to it later on.
And I'm like you, Grim. I'm kind of a snob.
I know you are.
Music, you know. I mean, I have my standards, and it's just like, you know, if it's not, I mean, I'm not afraid to like voice my opinion.
Really? Oh.
No, but no one should be afraid to do that.
No, they shouldn't.
That's the problem I have with like government and the fucking society we have. Is like they say we have free speech, but you don't. You should be able to voice, unless it's a stupid ass opinion, like a racist opinion or something. But you know, and I don't know if you heard about this, but I didn't even bookmark the story or anything. But seriously, 50 people in Duluth got fired from a medical facility because they did not get the flu shot. That is wrong. Okay, that pissed me off this week. I'm like, you know what? If some fucking company told me that I had to get a flu shot, I wasn't going to lose my job, I'd be like, fuck you, I'm out of here, dude. This bullshit. It's your health. It's your body. You have a right to decide what's injected into you. You're working there. If you're doing a good job and you're a good employee, it should not be an issue.
Right.
You know, like at my job, for instance, they offered flu shots for free. I declined, but they didn't give me a hard time about it. It was a voluntary thing, and that was it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which I'm not good with it, but don't get me started there, you know, but I was able to decline and keep my job. That's bullshit. It's bullshit, people. People are losing their jobs because they're not getting flu vaccine. This should be a red flag to every fucking buddy. Why are they pushing this flu? Ask yourself this question. Do some research on your own. Don't just listen to the Freaker's Ball and talk about me like I'm some fucking crazy fucking drunk bitch. You know what I mean? I'm having some beers, yeah. This is the Freaker's Ball. This is about unwinding. We call it the Freaker's Ball for a reason. This ain't fucking CNN. Okay? So what I'm telling you is to do your own fucking research. Think for yourself. If you were working at a fucking place that told you you had to get a fucking flu shot or you were going to get fired, what would you fucking do?
Right.
Right?
Right.
What would you fucking do? Would you comply or not? Because there's one of two choices there. You either do it or you don't.
Or you don't, and I would say don't.
Do? Would you keep working there and comply, roll up your sleeve for that poisonous, toxic shit to be injected into you when you don't want it?
No.
But you're doing it because you want to keep your job?
Well,
I'd be like, no.
Since
no job is worth my fucking health, people.
Absolutely
no job
not.
is worth my fucking health. What?
absolutely not. Absolutely not. Anyway, but since we're talking about government and drugs,
Jesus, what? What does that mean, Jesus? Okay, I'm harsh. I'm brutal.
Well, she's
I'm
probably
fucking brutally fucking honest.
I doubt she. I doubt. Moose.
Handle the fucking truth.
Moose.
Because
Moose
you're
girl.
in a fucking bubble, and your bubble needs to be fucking popped.
Moose girl. I doubt she's replying to you. She's on the audio feed. She's way behind.
You know what? I'm fucking tired of this shit.
I know, but I don't think she's replying to you on that.
You can't be halfway in between. You can't be halfway in between.
Anyway,
you can't agree with some of it and then not agree with some of it.
Like I said, I don't think she's not replying to you on that.
No waffling. There's no waffling allowed. Okay?
But you can have waffles because waffles are good.
You're a waffle. Think about a waffle. What do you have to do to a waffle when you pour syrup on it? It's all soggy and shit. Right?
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's better to not have. Yeah, you put.
Well, if you have a bunch of whipped cream, you might not notice the sogginess. That's what the government's like. It's a bunch of whipped fucking cream on your soggy waffle.
Okay. Anyway, since we're talking about government and drugs, let me give you this story. The CIA documented long-range planning for a drugged and debilitated society. Opioids were the perfect fit.
Yes, they were. Imagine that. Perfect fit for the government and Big Pharma at the same time. The rich get richer.
Yeah.
At the expense of the rest of the fucking motherfucker, right?
Exactly.
Yep.
It says opioids satisfy a number of these requirements perfectly. This is long ago. This guy interviewed John Marks, The Search for a Manchurian Candidate, the book that exposed CIA's MK-Ultra mind control program, that told him in 1962, when MK-Ultra supposedly ended, the CIA actually transferred the program to the Office of Research and Development, where it went completely dark. The CIA representative told Marks there were 100 boxes of material on the new and improved MK-Ultra, and he, Marks, would never see any of it, no matter how many FOIA requests he made. Plans for guiding the world can be formed and launched a long, long time before we ever see any kind of results. Don't assume cause and effect are merely and only short-term. That's a totally unwarranted idea. Drugs to transform individuals, even by implication, society. And drug research going far beyond the usual brief descriptions in MK-Ultra. The intention here is in the record. The CIA documented, was included in the transcripts of the 1977 U.S. Senate hearings on the MK-Ultra CIA mind control program.
I got to talk about this, too, when you're done.
Okay, well, that's good. I'll give people the link. They can read it for themselves. Go ahead, talk.
Yes, but no, I saw a story today, and it's about Montauk, about the same thing you're fucking talking about.
Okay, we got about 5 minutes, so hit it.
Stranger fucking things. Okay? Supposedly, this show that came out is based on the Montauk fucking government experiments that were going on there and shit. And they won't let you in there to see what's going on. But it's kind of interesting because this whole internet meme kind of has started now based on Stranger Things. They're saying it's based on it's the actual based on truth.
That's the show on Netflix, right?
Yes. So you might want to check it out.
I saw the first season, but I canceled the Netflix a little while ago.
The second one's pretty good, Grim. It's on Amazon, I believe, too. It might be.
I'm pretty sure it's a Netflix production.
Oh, it's only Netflix. Never mind.
Yeah, I think it's a Netflix production. So.
Right. Yeah, it is. So it wouldn't be. Check it out though. I mean, if you guys don't even know about this, do some research. It's fascinating, actually. I mean, it's right out of a science fiction fucking movie, people.
Right.
So it was interesting that you said that because yes.
Yeah, no, I mean they all tie together, whether it's the vaccines or the opioids or the mind control,
all tied together.
this other stuff at the Montauk airbase.
We've said this all along since the inception of this show. We've said it's all interconnected.
They take many paths to achieve their goal.
Yes, and there's a means to their end, and we are the pawn. And you don't want to be a pawn. Try not to be a pawn.
Try not to be a pawn. It's best not to be a pawn. You know, if you're gonna be a position there, I would take king. They're the last one. They're the last one standing.
Ruler, almighty, be your own almighty. Okay?
Yeah, the queen's pretty cool. She can go anywhere she wants and knock off a bunch of people.
She's evil as shit.
Yeah, but the king, you know, the king's the last one standing. You knock him down, the game's over.
Yeah, you can't knock that girl down. She's lived to be 200 years old.
Yeah.
I wouldn't doubt that. I really wouldn't doubt that. She's going to be 200 years old.
Oh, you're talking about that queen. No, I'm talking about the queen in chess.
I'm talking about Queen Elizabeth.
Yeah, I was talking about the queen in chess. If you're going to be a position there, you know, because you don't want to be a pawn. A pawn, I mean, they're gone pretty quick. But the king and the queen, they both got the power. So. Anyway, we got to do our last set. Oh, man.
Okay.
All right, we'll be back after this, after these, and tell you some more cool stuff.
All right, then.
Whatever that may be. So
enjoy, people.
There you go. This is another. This here is another Samantha Fish covering Tom Petty.
Okay, I'm doing that. I'm fine.
All right, let's hope you. Let's hope you like it. This is American Girl.
I will.
All right. Oh, Black Betty. Yes, indeedy. That is a ram jam there from 1977 with Black Betty. Before that, we had Ailstorm singing Drink. Which is a great song. Pirate metal, yes, indeed. Gaelic pirate metal. Before that, Gary Clark Jr. Come Together live from the forum. And we kicked it off with Samantha Fish doing Tom Petty's American Girl. And that's going to wrap it up for us tonight. Tomorrow, there is no Dork Table tomorrow. Like I said early at the beginning of the show, Grammy Mary's got she's with the relatives, doing the relative stuff. I may come on with Vinny at some point tomorrow. I can't promise that for sure. Kind of leaving it up to him and see what goes on there. On Sunday morning or Sunday at noon Eastern, I'll be on doing the blues here, as I do every week, with the blues for 3 hours. And the trivia, yes, indeed, and the trivia. Right, trivia in the chat, and the blues on
the fucking king, you know.
What's that?
You're the king, so.
No, you're in the lead. Anyway, so.
Technically I'm not. But
anyway, so. Blues on the radio, trivia in the chat. Followed by.
Kate's ahead of me.
What's that again?
Kate is ahead of me. She's number one. If you bring up the chat.
All right, whatever. Anyway, following me will be Hal Anthony, 3 p.m. Eastern, noon o'clock Pacific, behind the woodshed, opening up a big old can o' whoop ass. And then at 7 p.m. Eastern, Gary L. and Gigi's Boo going down the road less traveled. Grammy will be back on Wednesday next week, so you know when, you know where. Don't miss it.
Right. Be there or be fucking square, motherfuckers.
Yeah, you don't want to be square. Square's bad.
You rock. I love you guys.
You don't want to be square.
Motherfuckers, it's tongue-in-cheek. It's sarcastic. It's like in a good way. You know, a motherfucker in a good way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's right, y'all motherfuckers.
Yeah. So it's
you mom motherfuckers. Anyway.
Take it though.
That's right. Anyway. So, yeah, you don't want to be square. You want to be groovy.
No, you want to be a circle, like a circle. Think about a circle, like a wheel that rolls. Like, think about a square roll. No, a wheel roll is much smoother than a square roll, right?
That's right. And you want to...
So that's my take on it.
You got to be able to roll if you're going to rock.
You got to roll with it, baby. You know?
All right.
And
So,
be your own advocate. Do not trust no one. Trust yourself.
anyway, thanks to Vincent for calling in. Good topic conversation there.
Yes.
We get the
Trust
history.
yourself before you trust anybody else. Please do that. Please. Believe in yourself.
Yeah,
You rock. Use your brain. It's there for a reason.
that's
Take
right.
care of yourself. Advocate for yourself. Take care of yourself.
And that's it. I'm done. You got anything else?
I'm done.
All right. Peace, y'all.
Peace.